Hey, good evening, watchers, and welcome to another totally flawed movie review tonight. And the film review of tonight is The Car. This film was a 1977 movie about a car that kills people. I mean, it doesn't sound very original on paper, but really enjoyed it. And okay, let's read the back. Okay, when two teenage cyclists and hitchhiking musician are killed in a apparently deliberate hit and runs, the police department of Santa Ynez investigates, whereupon the seemingly driverless vehicle turns on its hapless officers as well, and when the car strikes rather too close to home of Captain Wade Parent, James, played by James Broder, he vows to stop at nothing to defeat it. So, anyway, like I said, I've been watching this now. Like I do review straight away instead of waiting later on to watch, because I like to be fresh and after I've watched it. And yeah, really enjoyed it. So it's one of those films. It's one of those films that you've never seen before. Then you watch it and you go, "What a damn good movie!" Okay, if you had to compare it to a few films and bend them all together, combine them all together, I would put Jaws. Duel. I'll compare it to Jaws and Duel, and I suppose a bit of Jeepers Creepers. Not because the car in it makes this kind of like noise, brr, brr, like in Jeepers Creepers, that vehicle in it. It makes this really loud noise, and at the beginning of the film. Okay, let's say a bit of story. A review of the film. Okay, right at the beginning of the film, like I said, it's two cyclists get hit by this car, right? And then this musician, Wade, in it, he plays the main character. Like I said, some characters start to get killed off, and of course they investigate and have to find out who this killer is. Of course, I like the fact that you think it's a driver, you think it's actually a person, until later on there's a witness that says there wasn't actually a driver in the car, and you think, oh my god, it's actually a supernatural car. I suppose in a way it's kind of costume Christine too. Supernatural car that can kill. It kind of reminds me of that too. And the car's kind of like an upside down bathtub, I suppose. I like the woman's insult to that car. There's one part with there's a great scene in this film. Right? There's quite a lot of great scenes in this film. There's one part I like the part of the film at the cemetery where the woman in it is like giving the insults to the car. Right? The car can't go into the cemetery for a reason. Of course, the kids are in there hiding, trying to get away from the vehicle, and I like the insults. But the thing is, alright, the car kind of like takes it all personal. Takes actually the insults personal. Some characters do get killed in this film. Quite a few characters. Like this one guy, this sheriff, he gets killed in it because there's one part when the musician gets killed. Before he gets killed, he's playing right next to this guy's home. Of course, he's not very happy about it. He's been like hitting his wife and stuff like that. And of course, he gets hit. Of course, then that guy gets, and of course, of course, he's the witness. The guy who's beating his wife up. Of course, and then later on, he wants to try to force her to file a complaint against him. The officer, the sheriff. Of course, then something happens to him on the road. But of course, the other guy who was hitting his wife almost gets hit. But then he gets hit instead, gets killed. It's an interesting movie. And then I did like the scene where later on. Okay, go back to that scene in the cemetery where the car follows these knows that they're at the cemetery, right? Oh, near the cemetery. They have to escape from the car. And I like the part where she's like throwing insults. Of course, later on in the film, the sheriff takes her back home. Of course. For some reason, the car knows exactly where she is, and like I said, it's got a supernatural feel to that. I like that. It's really kind of creepy car. And another thing about this film, the music is great in it. It's got that creepy music from Sleeping with the Enemy. I'm like do do do. It's got that in it. I was like, gee, I remember that music. It's pretty creepy. That music. I won't be surprised if they remade this. It's not too violent actually. It's rated 12, so it's not like full on gore and everything, but it's got some quite intense moments in it. Like I said, so what happens to his girlfriend in it, because he's got his girlfriend and he's got kids. So something happens to her right when she's at home on her own, and that scene was pretty brilliant and shocking at the same time, because it's such a well put together scene where you see her on the phone. She's like worried about the car and stuff, and she's like sitting on the phone. The next bit you see the car lights coming towards the house, and it's a good scene. I thought, what a pretty well put together scene, and so yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's got some really intense moments. Like I said, it's cross between Jewel and what was the other film I just mentioned? I suppose Christine and freaking Jaws. And the reason why the Jaws thing, because it's a kind of a shark, but it's on land. It's not on the it's not in the water this time. So instead of get out of the water, it's get off the road. You know, that's what it is. But it's not. But the thing is, the difference is this supernatural. It's not like a freaking shark where it can get killed that easily. And there's a cool scene in this film where there's a car where the police where one of the cop cars gets killed. No, one of the cops gets killed by getting pushed off the freaking mountain, off this road, and he dies. And then there's one scene, I've never seen this before. There's part where the two cop cars are going towards the freaking car, and the thing just like spins and it starts, you know, like right towards the cop cars, killing them. I'm like, I've never seen that before. And I thought to myself, that's definitely not freaking a guy driving that. So it's supernatural. It's crazy, and it starts spinning, and then like crash straight into the freaking cop cars. I was like, wow, that was a cool scene, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And that seems really well done. But this is like a really well done 1977 film, just after Jewel, actually. 2 years after Jewel, 3 years. I think it's about 2.5 years after Jewel, because Jewel was like done before Jaws. But yeah, it's a really well done film. I was like, Jesus Christ. So anyway, of course they've got to find out how to freaking kill this, destroy this car. So anyway, I like the part at the end where they have to blow the car up by using dynamite and stuff like that. And I just love that scene where he's on the bike. No, it's a garage. It's like a garage, right? It's like a barn or something. And it turns up in there, right? And he has to somehow get out. And then at the part where he starts getting chased by the car on his bike, it's a pretty cool scene actually. I thought, it's like, yeah, this is a cool film. Getting chased by a supernatural force of a car wanted to kill him. It's like kind of like a revenge thing, because he's killed his girlfriend. It's this force of nature. Not really nature, it's like a car anyway. So yeah, it's this supernatural force of a car that's just freaking got those. It's got no soul. It's like it just wants to kill, and that's about it for no reason. But that's what I like about this film. It's mysterious. You see, you think, where's this car from? And I'd love to see a prequel to this, like where the car was from and stuff. That'd be quite interesting. It could work for a story on that, like a prequel. Connect that film to this film, and you think, oh my god, it's the car. I'd love to see that. Someone actually pull that off. That would be pretty cool. Because some films like to do that now. They do connect films with other films, and you don't realise it's connected to that film. So anyway, last part was pretty cool when they all worked together. Even that guy, you know, they kind of worked, the sheriff and that guy who got arrested, of course, beating his wife. So, I like the part where they use him. They use that and they get some dynamite and they try to freaking. And of course, they have to set a trap for the car. So he's bringing the car in by having the car chase after him up the mountain and stuff. And the last part was intriguing. I was like, that's interesting. That's what it looks like. And when they blow it up, that's pretty cool. There's a bit of support on that, but it's an old film. Anyway, so it's not like one of those films that it's just come out last year or the year before. You've not seen, but it's a 1977 film, but it's a damn good film. Really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna give my review in a bit. What I didn't like about it. I'm trying to think what I didn't like about it. Nothing. The acting was solid. It was a pretty intense movie. So I'm not going to say what I disliked about it, because there's nothing I disliked about this actually. What I liked about it, great tension, good solid performances, good characters in it. The car is pretty cool in it, I think. I suppose it's a bit ugly. It looks a bit out of date now. It looks like a big driving brick, you know. It's still quite big, and it's quite creepy too, the car. It's like makes this freaking like that, does that every time. So yeah. Solid performances, good characters, great main character, good death scenes. Not gory, but really quite inventive death scenes in it. So yeah, and great music too in it, great score. So the rating I'm going to give this film is a 4 out of 5 because I really enjoyed it. Well, yeah, good film. So many people, this is my review of the car. If you ever want to put a comment at the bottom, you can if you want. It's free, by the way. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can. I'm getting close to actually 300 people following me. It took so damn long to get 300. Yeah, not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. So I need another like 700 after another 700 people. God damn, it's getting there though. It's getting there. Anyway, people, remember to subscribe to my channel and I'll subscribe to yours because that's the way I do things. So anyway, have a nice day, have a nice evening, and take care. See you later.